I'll start it. Hi, friends. Welcome to Soaring Through Chaos again. And as always, the reason we do these conversations is because we are in the midst of chaos, varying degrees of chaos for different people. But this is perhaps the largest chaos I've seen in my lifetime. And as much as there's potential for loss of life, there's the risk of disease, there's the risk of loss of jobs, and also the divisiveness that it has created. There's also the potential for growth. There's a potential for us to come together. And with me today is an amazing person I got to know during the pandemic. He is Mr. Jackson Dukpa, and he has this amazing vision of bringing people together literally around the world. So, Jackson, please tell me about yourself and the initiative that you have created and how things are going.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So it is so nice to be here on this show and one-to-one talk. So I'm Jackson from Bhutan. Bhutan is a very small country which is less than 1 million population, but I'm very much proud to call myself a Bhutanese because Bhutan is the only carbon negative country in the world. So Bhutan in many ways is doing very much fine. We have very strict environmental conservation policies, sustainable development policies, and so on. So we have something called gross national happiness, which is a development philosophy coined by our fourth king. So most of the things in Bhutan, they are very much, better than most of the countries in the world. But I find it very sad that so many, problems are happening around the world on a global scale. So what I thought was that whatever setup that we have now is not enough to, address all these challenges. So I thought I would like to come up with something, and that's how, the concept of this global village connection came, which is a global NGO in the making. And the idea is to unite and bring together on board to a single platform people from all walks of life, from different parts of the continent, different parts of the world, to bring together and bring, create this strong force so that together we can address and solve all the challenges that people are facing globally. So that's the initiative that I'm taking. And right now we are building so many kinds of network, like the women's network, youth network, doctors network, lawyers network, farmers network. So all this network put together will build an ecosystem, to be able to, solve all these problems of the society. And the movement, GVC movement, which I'm promoting now in particular, is, catching up like wildfire all over the world. And we are building our global team and network in many countries now. So by another 1 year, I'm expecting that the whole world is going to be connected through this GVC initiative, and it's going very, very well. And I'm putting this forward, this concept of by the people, for the people, because now I feel that no government in any country will be, able to, solve all the problems of the society. So now it is the people that we must come together, and we should address and solve all these problems of the society.
Wow, this vision is vast. You really are looking at the whole world. Uh, were you always like this, Jackson, from childhood? Were you always this happy person trying to bring people together, or were there changes in
Yes,
your life?
yes, yes. If I may tell, uh, among the 100 people, maybe I'm just point one, but I belong to that 0.1% of the people in Bhutan. So I'm very much adventurous. I would like to try out new concept, new things. And in my life, I always wanted to do things, in a very different way. So I always tell the people that are coming on board. Now already we have thousands and thousands of, people, professionals, who are professors in universities, who are who have been in certain industries for more than 30 years or so. So all these people are coming together, and I always tell them that please do not treat GVC as any other entity in the world. We are going to establish a very unique brand, something that can respond to the needs of the people in a so professional and a like prompt basis. So this is the kind of like framework or setup that I'm like wishing to put forward to the people of the world.
And in fact, I had the privilege of working with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, because my mentor, Dr. James Doty, co-founded something called the Center for Compassion at Stanford, and His Holiness has come many times. And we truly believe that the vision that has been created in countries like Bhutan, in places around the world, will help people around the world. So what have you done so far? What has happened so far? And in what ways are people participating in your network?
Yeah, just now we are pretty much in the initial stage. So my approach is not to do one or two projects. Okay, we are looking at a holistic approach. We will try to address like every problems of the society. So the way that I'm structuring my team all over the world. So we are like, for instance, in every country we have one country president, and then we have 29 vice presidents who look into who will be in charge for different themes or sectors like waste management, climate action, green technology, education. There's so many things, everything is covered, that the issue that we need to address in this world. So this is the kind of setup I'm building, so that we can address almost everything, like even anti-bullying, crime prevention, and all these things. Everything that goes to create a better world, I think everything is being like included in our agenda. So,
That's amazing.
like you mentioned, yeah, there are so many great people already doing something very great thing. But the biggest disconnection that I see is that it is not reaching out to the common people, the poor people at the grassroots level. So that is what like I'm trying to build this connection. Like for example, now that the world is now, yeah, this concept of artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, all these things, technologies, whatsoever is there, but it's only for the like few people. It's not really reaching out to the masses and the people in the rural areas. So that's why I'm building my team in such a way that we build this like tree structure and network which can reach down to the poorest and poorest of the people. So that's my approach. And now when it comes to like promoting peace and harmony, we already have this in our structure as well. And my approach would be very different. Instead of like few people just like meeting again and again, conducting seminars, workshops, or whatsoever, but we would like to come up with very practical like agendas and programs which can reach out to the poorest and poorest of the people. So if we really have to bring a global peace and all the things, now the leaders of different religions must now come together. So we will create that platform initiative to bring them together, okay? The leaders at the highest levels. And we will come up with a GVC, framework on how to promote this peace throughout. The most important thing is to now reach, as I said, reach out to the people, and then we also teach them, about love and compassion, and how to live in harmony with each other, and so many all these things. We are also like doing going to do this community development projects where we will bring people together and like do everything on a community basis. So these are the many kinds of things that we will be proposing in the future.
So at this time, you're waiting to have the whole network around the world first, and then you
Yes,
start the work?
yes, yes. Like I'm building the education network. The idea is to bring all these people in the field of education together. And just I would like to share you that Just yesterday, I just came across with somebody, a very senior person who is 78 years old and is from Malaysia, and was so excited to be on board GVC. And yeah, today I decided that he will be leading globally as the global president for the education network. So we will create this platform to share ideas, knowledge, and also, like come up with new, teaching methods, practices. And the idea is to, share all this experience and bring out the best, like from all these networks and spread globally. And when it comes to the food security, we are also, like creating this farming network. The idea is to promote organic farming. Now I'm in the process of coming across and building this network of organic experts. And once we do that, then we will come up how to, like promote this organic farming globally, okay? So we would like to ensure that every country in the world produce enough food for its people. And for this, we would like to, like promote this organic farming, not just in rural areas, also in urban areas. So we would like to encourage more people to grow their own food. And if I may share, what's happening in Bhutan. So many people during this COVID crisis, so many people who have been laid off because of this crisis, pandemic. Now, especially in the tourism sectors, there are thousands of guides, like now many of them have taken, farming. They've got land from the government, and our government is also trying to help in terms of financial assistance. And so many good things are happening in Bhutan.
Wow, wow. So my question is, there are many networks already doing specific things. Like I'm involved in the Stanford Center for Compassion, Project Happiness, and Green Horizons. How can these other organizations that are doing specific things work with you? How can we support your
Yeah,
cause?
yeah. See, like I have been in touch with so many people, so many organizations already now. And already I'm telling, there are millions of people, thousands of organizations around the world who are trying to do something good or who are already doing very good things. But we don't have this, like, one single platform where we will converge all our efforts and then we can amplify all our works. So this is what is missing, and sometimes it's quite sad to know that some organization who are already doing something good, and they come up with some kind of this ego or whatsoever. So they don't want to collaborate, or they think that they're already doing something great. But what is being done is never enough. I'm telling this one again because the world is not getting better. Actually, it's becoming worse and worse and worse. So we really need to have something strong and big enough to tackle all these problems together. That's why, given all these, like constraints and problems, so I'm coming up with another platform. It's just a collaborative platform, which is called the Better World Alliance. So yeah, I'll be coming up the website. We already have the general principles, okay, how to collaborate. It's a very simple thing. We just, under that platform, we come together and just help each other. No MOUs, nothing. That's what I'm thinking, that everybody can come together. So if you want to do something on the compassion part, so we will help to, structure and take this, like activity forward so that it can reach out to the global audience. So that's what I'm coming. So you can also be part of this, like global Better World Alliance. I finalized the logo. I finalized the principles, the 7 principles that we have, how to, like, go forward. So everything is now being, like, prepared to, like, take up this, all these works globally.
And are you still in Bhutan right now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in Bhutan. I'm in the capital city, Thimphu.
And how has coronavirus ever at all come into Bhutan? Is everybody doing well? What is the situation?
Yeah, although now I think it is, it is around 100, like cases. But so far, we do not have a single, casualty, and most of these cases are imported from other countries. Bhutanese who are working in other countries, they're coming back. Yeah, they're just bringing this thing. And like I said, I'm very lucky to call myself Bhutanese because we still have a king in our country who is like yeah, the father for the family. Okay, so our king is taking care of the people. He himself is traveling throughout the country with his team and the government officials, and risking his own life. So everything is being taken care of very well. And the government has, under the command of the king, also came up with certain, incentives, other, like structure to help the people who are being, like disadvantaged by this problem. And even for the business sector, whose businesses have been affected by this crisis. So the government has came up with some schemes to like consider this repayment of loans and waive off this interest for a period of 3 months. I believe now it's been extended to another 3 months. So Bhutan is doing very well. Of course, the population is very less, but more important thing is that we exist more as a society. Okay, so and we have a very good leadership. And leadership, when I tell, I still refer to our, the beloved king who is doing so much for the people. So yeah, we are very lucky to call ourselves Buddhists.
That's really wonderful to hear. And as you know, there have been job losses, there have been loss of life around the world. Do you have any suggestions on how people can keep their sanity? How can they stay happy, healthy, and what can they do to strengthen themselves further right now in the middle of the pandemic? Because everybody's trying to postpone their life, but I don't think postponing is helpful. What can they do now?
Yeah, as I said, I'm a very positive person. For me, if I share my personal experience, yeah, I never thought that this, of course, things are becoming difficult, but I never thought that this global pandemic is going to affect my works and what I intend to do something for the world. So indeed, it is giving me more opportunities to connect with people, and I've been invited to so many online webinars and forums to talk about this pandemic as well. So it's a very good opportunity to connect with people, and we must always be positive. Okay, so yeah, such problems will come in the future, but the most important thing is we should be positive and we should gear and yeah, uh, prepare ourselves to face anything. I'm somebody who is prepared to face anything, and the people must not panic. I'm very sorry to say, we are rather unfortunate that GVC is just now in the initial, phase of forming the teams and whatsoever. But if it was like after 1 year, we could be ready with everything to, play a major role in trying to, cope up with such a situation. So another 1 year, we will be much prepared to, be a very big player to address all these kind of problems. But now in this kind of situation, I think there are so many people, poor people, who are facing a lot of problems. Of course, many governments in the world are doing something, but I think now all governments should take extra step, extra effort to try to reach out to these people. And more important, as I say, the people must, come together to help each other. That's the most important thing. We must help each other in this situation. So I think many people I see that already doing, but yeah, of course, we need more efforts from the people's side as well. And now I think many people in the poor countries are suffering. So I would like to, wish that the governments in the rich countries should now, yeah, come up with this global, create some kind of a global fund to help the poor people, and yeah, to immediately give them some assistance to help them to cope up. So yeah, I think this is the most important thing. And now, as I said, we are very lucky to call ourselves Buddhists. So yeah, we are very lucky to call ourselves Buddhists. So yeah, we are very lucky to call ourselves Buddhists. So yeah,
Yeah, so given that a lot of countries are right now suffering, it's difficult for those people to stay positive. Do you have any suggestions on how somebody who is, like in my own family, two people are on the verge of dying? It's difficult sometimes to stay positive. Do you have any suggestions on how I can stay positive when in front of those people?
Yeah, as I said, like this, not only this pandemic, so we will face, like even, tougher, like obstacle in life. But it's, like first we start with our thinking, okay? So it is very important to maintain a very positive attitude. We must have that, like a spirit of a fighter. So we must, yeah, be position ourselves as a fighter, okay, so ready to like yeah fight and come across everything. So the most important thing is the positive attitude. We must I think maintain that. And many people are like easily intimidated by these small problems in life. So anybody who come across me, they always like get this little kind of inspiration from me, seeing at how I prepare myself to tackle the problems in our life. And most important is that we must like open up ourselves. If we are having problems, we can still reach out to people. There are already so many good people in this world, okay? So there are so many ways. We must not like contain in ourselves just our problems to ourselves, okay? So we can share with people around us. Even otherwise, now we have social media to reach out to people. And already now I'm connected with so many great people. I think, yeah, in the next few months, we should be able to come up with something that we can help, through this GVC initiative as well. So we are just now, yeah, very much engrossed in, building this team, and it's growing very well. So we should be able to do something in the next few months.
So, Jackson, as you clearly pointed out, you definitely have a very positive network. I, in fact, saw the speech by the Dalai Lama yesterday. It was very, very inspiring. My question to you is your network already operational? Because I have thousands of people around me who are very severely depressed, who are anxious, who are who have people who are actually dying. So it's not a trivial problem. We are talking about loss of life. So do you have a network of people that I can refer them to so that they can get the help that they need today?
Yeah, I cannot, like tell now about this financial help that we will be able to render, but we already are building this counseling network all over the world. And now I'm starting, seriously in India. So we already have lot of, like, yeah, counselors on board. And even me, I can also play that role. So anybody can reach out to us, and yeah, we will come up with something so we can discuss with you how to take this further, okay? So yeah, we already have so many like counselors like in our network, so we can discuss this one, and I can take it forward and discuss with them how to come up with yeah, some kind of a system to reach out to the people.
That's
It's not so
fantastic.
difficult, not so difficult.
If
We
people
can
want to
create.
reach you directly, I mean, I want to make sure that anybody who is watching this can reach you directly. What's the best way in which
No
they can
problem.
reach you?
Yeah, anybody can reach me on Facebook, WhatsApp, and I try my best to reach out to each single person. Okay, so I am ready to give that my time and yeah effort to everyone.
Fantastic. I'm going to share your links, especially the new network that you've created, as well as your personal links. And I'm grateful that you're doing all this work for the world without even thinking about what is in it for you or what is in it for Bhutan. You have a very big heart, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Now I am telling everyone with 100% confidence. So GVC is going to be the hope of millions and millions of people all over the world. Together, we are going to solve every problems of this society, okay, of this world. So everything. So we are doing very good. And now I would like to tell the people of the world that yeah, everyone must be comforted that this kind of movement and initiative is being, like undertaken by me and all my other teams. Okay, so there's hope, and yeah, people must cling onto this hope that there's a better future, not for ourselves, but also for the future generations.
Well, thank you again. And all those who are watching, I'll share the contact information for Jackson. And I'm so glad we're in this together. And there's hope. There are people like Jackson who are constantly thinking positively, affirming that they're there to support us. So thank you again. And please stay in touch. And we will call you again,
Okay.
Jackson, if there's a lot of interest in
Yes,
meeting with you.
I'm always available, and it has been a pleasure to be here and interacting with you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Jackson. This is wonderful.